Hey, what is up everybody? How are you guys doing? Thanks for checking out this video. I appreciate any support on the channel. Yeah, finally picked up a generator. Got this one out at Costco. It's a 9400. Yeah, 9400 watt on gas, 8450 on propane. I plan on running this on propane. I think it's a little better for long-term storage. You don't have to go through and rebuild the carburetors and bleed all the gas out and stuff like that. As far as I know, I'm still trying to learn about it, but it's air basically, so it should be fairly safe. I'm gonna kind of bank on it and definitely keep learning, but recently picked it up last weekend actually. All I did was put it together, take it out of the box, plug it in, put everything together, make sure it works, it runs. Not much to it. I'm not going to do a review on it or anything like that, but it seems pretty good. It's plenty powerful for any means that I might have. I mean, it's a generator. What can I say? But it kind of brings me to the point of keep prepping, keep getting things. Don't really slow down on things that you know that you're probably going to need. Now, I got this because it's going to run my well pump. So that's going to allow me to get showers, even if they're cold showers. It's going to allow me to get showers, fill up water reservoirs, water the garden, water the birds, things of that sort. Now, just a couple times a week, I can fire it up for 15 minutes. We can get a couple showers in quickly, especially if it's cold, it's going to be quick. Run all the water. Fill up any reservoir type water that we're going to have that's going to, hold the birds and animals or whatever we have at the time for a week. Fill up the bathtub for reserve. That's going to give us cooking water, drinking water, all that kind of stuff. So I think it's a pretty important one. It wasn't cheap. This one was right around $900, I think. So I had to put a little money aside, and I've been looking at them for months to make sure that there was a decent deal. This one seemed like it was a pretty good deal. But the point is, you got to keep prepping. You got to keep getting those things that you know you're going to need. I think we can all look around the world right now and see the chaos that's going on. Whether it's geopolitical, political, or social. Shit ain't right. Things aren't right at all. Things are going to be going down. If you're debating whether it's a good idea to prep, again, just look around. I think a lot more people are kind of coming into the prepping, the group of preppers in the world, the prepping lifestyle, becoming a prepper to some extent or another. I know not so much my channel, but a lot of channels are growing. A lot of people are getting kind of nerfed on views and likes. And subscribers. People are getting unsubscribed from accounts because there is a pushback from the government to suppress this movement that's been happening, and it is a movement. We have celebrities that are coming out, we have gangsters that are coming out, and we have red-blooded Americans in the Midwest that are coming out, and everybody's not afraid to be a prepper. I think a lot of it goes back to the bad stereotype of the History Channel and doomsday preppers, and they had some pretty extreme things that they talked about. I think most preppers aren't going to have booby traps in their front lawn and explosives at their gates and like all this crap that they talked about on the History Channel. People are starting to realize this. It's putting food back. It's putting cash back. It's putting safety back, protection back. All these things, just more of a insurance policy than Rambo or Red Dawn or something like that. Because a lot of people for the longest time have had the wrong idea of what prepping is. I kind of related a little bit to marijuana. Yeah, marijuana. Marijuana was perfectly fine, but back in the 60s, they ran a campaign like Reefer Madness. They said, oh, you take one puff of this Mary Jane and you're going to go insane and start killing people and all this kind of stuff. And everybody believed it. That's why it's been illegal for so long. Not because it's really bad for you at all, but just for the fact that the propaganda that was pushed out there was very believable. I think that's kind of the same thing with the prepping community, because doomsday preppers put out this kind of propaganda. It's not really true on the reality of prepping. And everybody believes it, that you're some psychotic tin hat conspiracy theorist that's ready to kill anybody that comes within 5 miles of your house and all this kind of stuff. And that just ain't true. That just ain't true. There's middle upper class soccer moms that are full-blown preppers. There's every single walk of life that are preppers. It's not just that one stereotype of the crazy conspiracy theorist that lives out in the woods. I don't think I need to tell many of you about this, but there are people that may come across this video that might still be thinking Doomsday Preppers might be a good title. I think we know, especially with these attacks in Lebanon and stuff like that, SHTF can hit any minute. An attack on the U.S. can happen any day. We can enter World War III in any given week, or any minute for that matter. It's just going to be like I've always said, you're going to turn on the news one morning and be like, holy shit, it's going down. So right now we still have time. Right now times are good, whether people want to admit it or not. Times are still good. We're still making money. We still have employment. We have paychecks coming in. We're able to buy things. The supply chain is intact. All these things are still really, really good. Much better than COVID days. So do what you got to do. Put some money back. Get rid of that Netflix account. Get rid of all these things that suck your account dry all the time. And make it happen. Put some food back. Put everything that you need. Now, I've done a couple upgrades. Well, one upgrade and one change to my preps. I bought one more shelving unit for my dry goods, my canned goods, I should say. No, dry goods. Canned goods are in my closet. My whole closet is basically full of the canned goods. I need to move some stuff over. I still have a couple shelves that I need to put up that I haven't put up yet. 2 more shelves. And that's going to be for all the overflow that's on my dry goods. But all my dry goods, which are basically bottles, all my soups, which are canned, are on the shelves. But I got another shelving unit that opened up a whole lot more room. That's going to be another third storage space for dry goods, and I plan on packing that puppy full. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm thinking about it. I don't know if it's going to be the best idea yet, but I have everything in my dry goods in the storage tubs that I do keep outside. I try to keep pest control managed. It's okay if it freezes, like pasta and stuff like that. People may not agree with that. I'm not going to worry too much. I've been freezing my rice. Of course, now my freezer is completely full of beef. We got a whole cow. I guess that would be another one that we finally, it's been a process of getting it all to the freezer, but we bought a whole cow. I forget the exact weight on it. The cow, I think, was 1,400 pounds or something. I'm not sure on the weight, but it didn't fit in basically an empty upright freezer. We have the beef over 3 freezers. So we have at least 1 year of beef, probably 2 years of beef, because we also have a freezer full of chickens and producing chickens. So we have proteins absolutely covered. We have sides absolutely covered and all this stuff. But it kind of goes back, all the dry goods, the pastas, the fried onions, all these things that come in bags or anything like that, I have in totes, labeled, inventoried. I'm thinking about switching it around. We have it all by date. I fill a tub, seal it up, check it off, send it outside. Grab another tub, fill it up, and it's whatever we get. You know, whatever kind of tortellinis or coffee or tea or anything like that gets tossed into these. I've gotten so much of certain things, like rice and beans, for instance, that I'm thinking about making dedicated totes. I already have one dedicated tote of pasta, 75 pounds. I'm working on another 75-pound tote, maybe 80-pound, because I'm getting some smaller ones like orzo and stuff like that. I've been enjoying that lately. So I'm reorganizing it to where I know if I need rice, I can go right to the rice. It's going to be FIFO'd, first in, first out. grab one, go, no searching around. It's going to make it a little bit easier to be able to find things, because I've been having issues with finding certain things. The organization's a little bit off, so I'm working on organizing it. So, like with this big old badass generator right here, if there's anything that you need to purchase, made in China, I'm sure. Get it. Get your preps done. Start wrapping up some loose ends. Do what you got to do to make the finances available to buy preps. I think that's very important. Keep organized, keep expanding. You don't need to go overboard. I'm doing a very secure 1 year. Past 1 year, if we don't have everything up and going within a year, it's going to be a different game in this country. It's going to be a different game in this world. The Great Depression lasted multiple years, but I plan on growing, producing to the best of my knowledge. I'm still trying to work on the garden. There will be videos coming up on the garden. I'm doing it a little bit different. If you can see behind me, these are a lot of the raised beds. I'm trying to prepare the ground good enough to where I don't have to rip everything up in a year to fix something. So I want to make sure everything's killed. I don't want to do it like I did last year. It didn't work too good. I have a lot of seed out there. I had 4 to 5 foot weeds growing that were in seed, so it's going to seed. We've gotten a lot of rain lately. I'm going to let everything kind of sprout if I can, at least most of it, mow it down, not let it go to seed again, and I'm going to put all my weed barrier over it. So where the weed barrier was on the last year, I guess it's still this year, this season, it is completely died underneath. It is just bare dirt. Nothing is growing. Nothing has sprouted in that area, so except for my corn area. But yeah, I'm trying to get things kind of wrapped up. I'm expanding a little bit, like this generator. I'm making sure everything is going to be ready to go, because really it's going to be any day, any week. All these preps and all this work that we do is going to be worth it. So keep on prepping. Just wanted to make a video on that. I'm sitting out looking over my land right now. It's a beautiful day, nice and rainy, overcast. I like those days. It doesn't have to be sunny. But things are good right now. Do it while it's good, because it's going to be twice as hard when it's not so good. Anyway, I'll leave it with that. Thanks for watching this video. Keep on prepping. Talk to you next time. Peace.